Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back in the Toyota GR86 fixed setup edition at Mexico City for yet another track guide. Now, if you're new to my channel, what we're going to do is a hot lap, then a breakdown, then we will be back in the cockpit one final time, the driving line on. Ask me any questions that you need in the comments, but please note that the track state and the track temps are already shown on the screen on the overlays, as is the amount of fuel that's being used, which is about 12 litres at the start of the lap. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. Here's the hot lap. So here we are, smashing it down the incredibly long, kilometre-long main straight. This bit's very easy. Right, and what we're looking for is this 5 on the left-hand side. We're going to brake after the 5, before the 4. Going to brake initially up to about 90% without going too much into the ABS because it's early on. Back on the gas. Now we do a lift. We get back on the gas again, and if we've done that right, we can make it absolutely flat out. Now, there is only one more braking zone to go. It's coming up here on the left-hand side. And we are going to brake just after the 3, before the 2, again, briefly up to about 80%, trail it off, down to second gear, back on the gas. Now, head over to the right-hand side. We're going to change up to third just as we hit this curb, and we're going to take all of this bit flat. Actually, no, there is one light braking zone to come. Over on the left-hand side, we go past the orange, and we get on the brakes to about 20%, hold it, then back on the gas in third. If you want to go fast here, you do have to get really close to the off-tracks, and you are cutting the corners, but it's perfectly legal. Right, we're going to leave it in 4th gear. We're going to start off on the left-hand side. Now we're going to move it over to the right side. We go past the second of these Fs. Now we do a lift, almost a full lift. Now we start building back up on the gas, hold it around 60%. Then when we can see the opening of the pit entrance, we go up to 100%. And again, if you've done it right, you can just about hold on, go over and across the start-finish line in a 1:31.7. Breakdown lap coming up next. Right, we will try and get through this breakdown lap as fast as possible. So the fuel used at the start of the lap is, what, 13.7 litres, so it's right at the end of a race length stint-ish. And our first braking marker, so we're going to go through this 5 that you can just see there, but we're going to get on the brakes just ahead of the 4. And initially we brake up to about 90%, but it's early on, so we're not doing too much in terms of hitting the ABS, and we want to cut this corner. We're getting back on the gas ahead of the apex. We're keeping our left-hand tyres just on the track, and we are at 100% as we hit the curb. We want to be all the way over to the right-hand side so that when we turn in from here, we can do a full lift, and then again, we start building back up on the gas. I'm almost at 100% as I'm on the curb. My right-hand tyres just remaining in the track. And then just using the weight of the car to be able to swing back round. I'm already up at 100% ahead of this curb on the right-hand side. And if you do it right, you get it through without having any sort of issue with the off-tracks. Right, for this next corner, what we're looking for is just after the 3, just before the 2, once again, and we get on the brakes, again, briefly up to about 80%. Now we're going to trail it off, classic trail down to second gear, and we start picking back up on the gas here. As soon as your car is pointed at the right-hand side of that little seating area up ahead of you, and if you look on the wall, the barrier wall there, it's as soon as you're started pointing at the bit that's actually saying Autódromo Hermanos Rodríguez and is in white as opposed to just the grey concrete. And then we get up to 100%. Over to the right hand side. Now we're going to cut back in. We're going to change up to third, and we're cutting this corner, keeping our right hand tyres just on the track. And again, the same here, keeping our left hand tyres just on the track, but we're shortening the course. And the same again here, right-hand tyres just stay on the track. Now we're looking for this little orange on the left-hand side after it says Mexico City. We go through that, we get on the brakes, roll on to about 20%, and then we roll off and we hit 100% just ahead of the apex of this corner. And then once again, we're really cutting this corner, keeping our right-hand tyres just in the track limits. over to left hand side, and as I say, I remain in fourth gear here, therefore when I lift off, I get a little bit more engine braking. And you have these two gate F things on the right hand side. Now once we've gone past the second one, we're going to do a lift almost down to nothing, and then we're going to start picking back up just ahead of this gate E on the right hand side. You can see it there, and I've just started picking back up on the gas. Now I'm going to hold it at around 60-65% until I can see the entrance to the pit here, and then I go straight up to 100%. And as I say, if you're holding that 90-degree angle, you're going to understeer out, but you're going to still be able to make it through without getting the off track. And that is the breakdown lap of the fixed Toyota GR86 going around Mexico City. We've got one final version coming up next with the driving line on without me talking. Enjoy.